Let's talk about a race like no other, shall we? The 124th Boston Marathon getting underway over the weekend, but you won't find the tens of thousands of runners lining up in Hopkinton and making the famed trek to Copley Square, because it's all virtual, baby, because it's 2020, because nothing is normal anymore because of the coronavirus pandemic. So runners do the work in an interactive app tracking their experience, but you got to get it done by next Monday. All right, one of those runners is celebrating his 36th birthday today. He joins us now on After Hours. Michael Melia, congrats on being born, man.
Thank you. It's an honor.
I know today means more to you than many people watching will really ever know, because 5 years ago, doctors tell you what?
They told me during a routine doctor's appointment that they found a tumor, and I had cancer. And, at 30 years old, that's not something you ever expect to hear. And ever since then, it's just been a real whirlwind with a lot of downs, but a lot of ups, too.
How would you describe your battle with cancer?
So, like anything, there are ups and downs. Initially, shortly after my diagnosis, I had surgery. And at that point, they thought this should take care of it. So I would have scans every few months. And then one scan in the summer showed that it started to spread. So they're like, we need to start aggressive treatment immediately. So, I would be in Dana-Farber about 5 days a week, getting several hours of chemo infusions each day for a couple months. And as advertised, chemo is pretty awful. But luckily, modern medicine and the people at Dana-Farber, it worked. So by the end of the year, I was declared cancer-free.
It's Saturday, right? You're going to run a 2020 version of the Boston Marathon? I mean, how much work have you put into this thing?
Yeah, I'm going to run a version of it. That's a good way to put it. So I was in much better shape before everything went down in late February, early March. And then I was feeling good, feeling like I could crush this thing. But then, once mask laws went in, once the summer heat started, once I couldn't run in groups, it was a little harder to, get the runs that I wanted. But I'm still going to try something. So on Saturday, it's going to be a bit of a run walk. My time will be way off what I initially expected, but still just want to get out there and help support Dana-Farber and everyone who's supported me along the way.
Yeah, for sure. Is this your first marathon?
Yes, it will be. Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
Yes, not what I expected, certainly.
No, right? You probably expected to start in Hopkinton, right, and then end up at
absolutely.
Copley.
Yeah, I was looking forward to Boylston and everything, but now I'll just be, running around Salem, Beverly, Marblehead until, I hit 26.2.
Right, and reading your story, I feel like you're running for more than yourself. You've mentioned Dana-Farber. So why did you decide to join the Dana-Farber Marathon Challenge team?
I mean, quite literally, they saved my life. So, and just seeing the work they do, they're just such an important hospital, such a good resource to so many people. This just feels like the best way I could give back. When you have an opportunity to run the Boston Marathon, even if it's not quite what I expected, and support an organization that saves and changes so many lives for the better. I had to do something, and they've been great. They really treat their runners well, and I'm glad I did. And again, I thank all my family and friends too for supporting me along the way.
All right, what's that moment going to feel like when you hit 26.2 on Saturday?
It's going to be tired and sore, but yeah, I think it'll be emotional. That if you told me before my cancer diagnosis that I'd be running a marathon, I would have laughed in your face. During, it would have seemed impossible, but now I'm like, why not? Let's see what I can do.
That's really cool. Michael Melia, you've raised more than $10,000 so far. You're a good dude. Happy birthday. Congrats on being you and beating cancer. We can't wait to see you finish this weekend.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, I know what you're thinking. This is how you can help contribute to Michael and the incredible Dana-Farber Marathon Challenge team that he has decided to join. So visit www.rundfmc.org or contact the Dana-Farber Marathon Challenge office there. 617-632-1970. Call now.